craziness started. Dun, dun, dun. And move ahead a bit of music. Very good, very good. Alright. Let's see some here. Ooh, red light, red light. Alright. Alright. Very good. Alright, let's get this nonsense going. Mr. Osmond, how you doing? How goes it? How goes it? So I was messing around with some sound settings earlier, and it was kicking my ass until I realized, ooh, let me get some energy used up before we jump into the arenas. Anyways, I realized that I was making things more complicated than need be. I was, I just needed to change one setting because I was trying to mess around with some sound settings between Discord and the streaming software. So I only needed to change one thing, but I was trying to change 3 things. And I was getting frustrated because I'm like, why isn't this working? This should be working. This is not difficult. And then once I realized, oh, wait, it is quite simple. So yeah. No, I will still be doing the 1 to, well, I guess it's 6 to 10% now, right? Yeah, because for the most part, well, I mean, the 5K shards wouldn't be bad either, but I'm fine with the 2K shards. And, well, I guess it would depend. So currently I'm doing 16 million for the 2K shards. So if it was only like 17 or 18 million for the 5K, probably. But if it was looking at like 22, 25-ish for the 5K shards, then no. Which I don't think we'll know that for a little bit because whatever... Oh wow, there's only 1 energy refill. Normally we've got a little bit more going on. Yeah, I think it's going to take a little bit of time until we know what the numbers are looking like reliably. Because like I think this last arena wasn't the minimum like 32 million or something. I mean, I don't know how hyped up Red Goblin was to begin with. Ability-wise, I have no idea. He looks kind of cool. I think the real measure will be when Cosmic Ghost Rider is in the arenas, because I think a lot of people will go for him. One, he looks, I think his abilities look pretty appealing, and I think he looks pretty cool anyways. But yeah, for myself, I'll still be doing maximum of 16 million for the 5-star feature. If anything, I might be dropping that actually. Like dropping the amount that I'm trying to get. But we'll see. Although, I mean, hey, to be fair, 10k 5-star shards is not, or 5k 5-star shards is nothing bad at all. For 5, yeah. So I'm I don't know. I still did my 16. I got the 6 to 10%. So it's going to be higher than 16 million. That's actually quite interesting if you think about it, because so if 16 million got the 6 to 10% and the 32 million got, yeah, so the, yeah. Yeah, and that's what I was saying. I think I'm going to, for the 6 to 10%, I think it's going to drop, like what I need to be doing. It's going to be a lot less. But if you consider then, so 16 million will get you 2k shards, right? 32 million is going to get you the champion. So that's a very small window if all you wanted, what wanted was the 5k shard, the 5,000 shards, right? For this arena. I think that 32 is going to increase. Plus, they're also putting this, keep in mind too, the arena that just finished was the one where people were complaining about like basically everything being a deathmatch in a sense. So you may have had a lot of people who are losing their streaks and just gave up. Right? So I think to have a better gauge of where things are landing, I think the Ghost Rider arena will give a better idea. So yeah. But I think also, if you're considering older champions, when they're in the featured, you might actually prefer the 5k shards over the champion. So things could get interesting. I was just thinking that myself, actually. In which case, that would really drive down the score for the champion. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say give it about 6 weeks. Probably less. 4 to 6 weeks. And then I think whatever numbers we're looking at then should be pretty stable. I mean, you're still going to have the ups and downs, but overall, I think those are what the numbers should end up being. Like, to be honest, even the second round now, I don't think what we get there, we should consider that being the numbers going forward. I think what we see after the Cosmic Ghost Rider Arena, I think that's what we should be banking on. So a while ago, like quite a while ago, so for the 4 of you, well, Pa and Osman are both talking. Do you guys do arena a fair bit? Is that your main thing? So the reason I'm asking is, well, I keep spreadsheets of stuff. So I want to get into the. Okay, well, okay, fine. So let me bring this up then. Ooh, bright light, bright light. Okay. And browser window capture. Yeah. Huh. So that's interesting. Okay, so let's try this again. That's kind of funny, actually. So I think for the most part, because I was connecting the streaming software to YouTube, so normally if the streaming software goes down, I think what usually happens is most people end up just restarting their stream altogether. But you can actually we get around that. So I might actually take note of that, because I don't know if that's something people are considering. Okay. Spreadsheet. Add source. Oop, I wanted to bring the spreadsheet up. Okay. Select option. You know, every time I try to do this, I go through the same steps. I need to just like leave it once I've done it and be like, okay. Oh, okay, no, I see why. So I need to bring the spreadsheet up first. And once that's up, then I can bring it into OBS. Okay. All right. Why is it not showing that as an option? All right, well, let's try this once more. So basically all I'm going to end up showing you is the arena that I've been tracking. Which browser source? Is it browser source? No, it's window capture that I want. Yeah, okay. Add a new spreadsheet. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. Yeah, okay. I think that, yeah, you should be able to see that. Maybe I need to make it a little bit bigger. Okay. So this is just the info for the current set of arenas, like the last ones that we just had. So that's the date, the bracket that it was in. Suicides was pretty much always on. How many matches I needed, what my final score was, and the placement, right? So usually it's between the 1 and 10%. So then for this last one, it's 6 to 10% as they've just added that. So for the most part, like I've been tracking this for July, so a year and a bit, right? So let me make this a little bit smaller. Okay, so we get them all in there. Yeah, so for the most part, it's been pretty consistent, right? So this is what I was going to get at, was that, so about a year ago, 14 million was safe in the 5-star feature, right? 14 million was always getting me the 2K 5-star shards. And then at some point I missed out, right? I was still doing the 14 million. Oh, it's probably like who knows how far down. Yeah. So in November of last year, I still did the 14 million, but I missed out on the 5-star shards. So that's when I decided, okay, well, I'm going to go 15 million. Then eventually the same thing happened. I missed out with the 15 million, so then I went to 15.5, blah, 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 so on and so forth. So you get the point. So currently, 16 million has been safe for the 2000 5-star shards. So now I'm thinking, if anything, we're going to see that drop below 16 million. Yeah, I don't know what it's going to be. It might go back to, only requiring 14 million. But I think with the changes that have just happened, we're going to see that the numbers for Arena decreasing a fair bit. Especially considering if people are more interested in the shards than the actual new champions. Because just imagine, like if Iron Patriot goes into the featured 5-star arena, I don't think people are going to be putting up, I don't think people are going to be putting up 22, 24 million for him, right? Hey! Yeah, that's kind of what I'm expecting. Well, not yet, because one of you was just saying you did 13 million and you got the 10%, right? The 6 to 10. So I did the 16 million, and I still got within the 10%. So I'm thinking you're looking at maybe 17-ish, high 16s to maybe 20. So yeah, if you look at the arena opponent, so I've just barely gotten to the 3 times multiplier. So I guess this isn't actually that bad. I'm 42, 43 rating, they're 51, so that's actually not too far off. So that's not terrible. You know what's interesting? So I think, you guys have seen on my stream, and then several other streamers, and just people in general, with the crashing, the game crashing. And there's been a couple posts on the forums, in the bugs section, and just the regular section, and there's no response from Kabam. Like, not even saying, we're aware of it, or blah, blah, blah. Maybe if people are submitting a ticket, they're getting something more, but I found that kind of interesting, actually. Because I think it's one thing, so, like, I've said before, like, when a champion or a mastery or whatever isn't working properly, I think they should post something on the forums or in game and just say, hey, this thing isn't working as intended. I really think they should be saying something in regards to the crashing. Like I totally get that they probably don't have a response to it or something, but I think just acknowledging that they realize it's a problem. How's it going, Spidey? How are you doing? So yeah. Yeah, I don't. Well, let's give this a couple more matches, but the opponent that I'm facing feels like it's a little bit high. Well, maybe not. I don't know if the opponent I'm facing currently, if last Monday I would have been facing. It's probably just the easiest and quickest way to put it. Very good, very good. Do you do arena much, Spidey? Actually, I'm going to just take off my headphones for a bit and just see what the background sounds like. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we're just starting, so if we lose the streak, it doesn't really matter currently. So these are all rank 1s. So that's not terrible, but that does seem like more like, I don't, well, I mean, I guess fair enough though. They did say that they intended to have it back today to be what it used to be, but there was no guarantee that it would be, and I don't think this is, I don't know, I could be wrong though. It doesn't feel, yeah, it doesn't feel like it's what it was last Monday. But it doesn't feel like what it was Thursday either, so I don't... Maybe they just messed it up again. Oh shit. Wouldn't be surprising. Okay, so we don't have any glare. I'm gonna open my blinds a bit and close the window, because there is some fair bit of background noise. Well, this is gonna kill me one way or another. Son of a gun. Oh, really, dude? Okay. Showed him his boss. Yeah, so, well, I use the lowest 3 stars to get to the... You're talking about the... Are you talking about the multiplier? Or like the 15 matches, 20, whatever kind of thing. So normally the way it would work for me is I would use my lowest 5-star champions. I would get the 3 times multiplier, and then I would go to whatever it is, 250 or 350 milestone. Okay. The 250 or 350,000 milestone, and then once I would hit that, I would then do the 6 stars. Normally, I'd be getting the Thanos and Kang teams. It would just be a little bit of a longer fight, but it wasn't like impossible fights. And then I would do a couple of those, and then it's fine. So currently, I'm not seeing those teams. I'm coming up against other opponents that are higher rated than my teams. So I think for me, okay, so that's, yeah, so these are the teams here that I would normally be seeing at this point. So this match for me is what I would normally expect. So I'm always going on about like a waste of time mixing and matching the synergy teams, which I suppose is no different than the whole picking the R1, R3, whatever kind of stuff. But for the most part, I just find it's based on the pi rating of the team. So I have a feeling if I drop below a 29k team pi rating, I think I'm going to see much harder teams. Yeah. I don't know, man. Every now and then when I use this dude in arena, I'm like, shit, I need to take him to R2. But then I try using him somewhere else, I'm like, I think if I didn't have suicides, he would be a definite. Okay, 1 second. Okay, yeah, okay, there we go. So I got a little bit more light in here, and there we don't have the glare, so. But it is snowing outside quite profusely. So what am I at? 9 matches? Okay. So at one point, what I was doing with the 6 stars as well, I finish off the multiplier getting to the 350, 250. I think it's 250 for this arena? No, I don't remember. And then I would start using the lowest 6 stars. I don't do that anymore. Basically, once I start on the 6 stars, I just start on the highest 6 stars and then work my way down. So I find the first run through of the 6 stars ends up being the slowest. So in total, I end up running the 6 stars 4 times, and it's this first run now which will take the longest. Should take a look on the forums and see if anybody's complaining about, well, I'm sure somebody's complaining about something, but see if anybody's complaining about the way arena's working currently. There we go, there we go. I need to remember to do some event quest too to get the 4th milestone for the solo objective. Hey, Alliance quest completed. Exciting times. I want to get the mutant chapter or section done in Cavalier difficulty once the AQ session is done. Get some use in there with Omega Red. I found he made it go so much faster last time. Yeah. Oh, look at you, show off. I usually try to wait to do the event quest stuff until there's the solo event thing or the Alliance completion event. So I usually am slow in getting the monthly event quest stuff done. She came back with a vengeance, didn't she? You know, I'm kind of considering Doc Ock to R2. Every now and then, I give it some thought. I don't know how likely I am to actually do it, but we'll see. Down she goes, down she goes. Ooh. Did you get anything good from the Cavs though? So that 3K unit deal for the plat pool, I was really thinking about it. And I would have done it, but because I wanted to see how many units I could accumulate by Cyber Monday, so that's why I decided not to do it. Yeah, and I just realized I used the wrong. Yeah, I wasn't supposed to use him there. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, man, it's tough not to. Well, especially the current one. It's Apocalypse and Red Goblin, right? Yeah, I've looked at. I've had to make sure not to look at it because I know if I do, I'm gonna want to buy some. You know, I kind of regret making that video in regards to how many units I can get to by Cyber Monday. If I hadn't done that, I would have. Well, maybe it's a good thing. But if I hadn't done that, I would have been spending units on a couple different things. So I would have probably bought some Cavs, and I would have done that plat pool thing. Did you get close at least? Even if you didn't get the champion, well, no. I suppose getting close and not getting them is even worse. You know, I've gotten, well, partly it's because I'm getting up late, but I used to get my 6 stars done like basically as soon as the arenas came about. But now I've been waiting until the stream time to do them. I need to start getting them done quicker. I need to stop shellacking. Shakalaka. So I think I was estimating about 30,000 units, and then I should have about, between when I made that video and Cyber Monday, I should have been able to accumulate 3 million battle chips. So those 3 million battle chips should yield about 6,000 units, meaning by Cyber Monday, I should be able to have 36,000 units. I'm not going to open the battle chips, but should still give an idea. Shafted like always. September 1st, I had 19,000 units. Popped calves grinding 9k units after, and popped calves and no 27. 6 million. I think it's 5.5. I think. So initially, when I started saving the battle chip, so about 400,000 away from 6 million. So when I initially started saving the battle chips this go round, the idea was to get to 10 million and then do a battle chip opening. But with the announcement of the new arena crystals, I may, whenever those come out, I may do 5 million then, or I may still just wait to the 10 million. Or I may do like 5 million then, and then when I get another 5 million, just do another 5 million. Yeah, but the thing is too, like I don't, I've got a fair bit of units already, so I don't need them. I don't need to open them for the units. If I was at like 300 units, it would be much harder to be saving the battle chips. But yes, I have 3 of 3 willpower actually. Actually, currently it's just 2 of 3, but still. I had about 250,000 5-star shards, and then when I opened the featured 5 stars, obviously that dropped. But I think I'm going to probably just keep saving the 5-star shards, and probably each time the featured resets, do an opening of 10. That's what I'm thinking currently, anyways. Oof, that didn't take very much damage at all. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So I'll probably have to get to an L3. I don't think an L2 is going to do it. Yeah, I'll wait for him to use his... Yeah. I don't know why, but for whatever reason when I'm using 6-star thing, I keep thinking it's the 5-star, so that the damage and his damage reduction is going to be better, and then I realize it's the unduped one. So. Dude, it's tempting, isn't it, though? Like that potential of getting somebody cool, new, it's there, right? But trust me, man, I've been there. So I've been doing this arena nonsense for a little bit over a year and a half, I think. Keeping track and blah, 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 whatever, right? So last year, around this time, I was up to 12,000 units or so. And Namor was in the Cavs. And I don't even know why, but I just wanted him so bad. And I ended up spending all 12,000 units. Didn't get him. I think I got him as a 4-star. Oh, yay. Then I was like, well, that nonsense is over with. That's not happening again. Then I already had the 6-star Aegon. Abyss dropped. And I was like, shit, I need to get that 6-star Aegon dupe so I could get in there. So I had saved up to 13 or 14,000 units. One cav led to another cav to another. Yep. 14,000 units later. No 6-star Aegon. And that was the last time that I've done calves. It took me 2 times. It took about 27,000 units. Oh, there we go. It took about 27,000 units, but oh, if the glare's bad, let me know, because I can close the blinds or we can go to the stealthy solar flare. Yeah, you know what? Like, for me anyways, the only way not to spend a crazy amount on them is not to open one. If I open one, it's just, yeah. The second and the third. So there's a couple weeks ago I did a video about the, like after the Nexuses, or after the PHC, GMC, and CAVs are updated with the Nexus. So I did a opening for those, and I wanted to have a cav, and initially I was going to get 5 calves for it, and I'm like, no, if I do 5, I know I'm going to go more. So I had to do just 1. But yeah, now is not a good time to be spending on calves. Like, not with Cyber Monday so close, and then Act 7 so close, right? Because I'm thinking Act 7 is supposed to be out in 2020, right? So. So we've got a fair bit of use for our hard-earned units. You know, it's crazy though, eh? It takes like, what, 30 seconds for all the units to be gone? It takes months and months to accumulate them. I guess that's real life though, right? It takes you a long time to make money. It doesn't take any time to spend it. Oh. Oh, that's what I get for looking up when I shouldn't be. Yeah, but well, yeah. So that's fair if you're gonna, if you already know you're gonna buy the offers. But then, so let's say you have 0 units now, right? I mean, you'll have some by Cyber Monday, but those units are gonna go toward the unit deals, right? So then when you end up buying the cash offers, all you're doing then is really replenishing the units from the unit deals, or buying enough units for the unit deals, meaning you're still going to end up with 0 units. Shit. You know, I hate Green Goblin. He is such an annoying bastard. Annoying bastard. Yeah. Actually, that's a big reason why I have a bunch of units now, was that I had grinded a bunch for July 4th. I think I was at 16,000, because I was expected to spend 15. And then I got the first offer, which is 1,000. I got the second offer, which is 4,000. So 5,000 units gone. The 10,000 unit offer just really wasn't appealing. And then I picked up some of the Odins, so I kept the 10,000 plus what I got from the Odin. So that really advanced me quite quickly. Have a good one, Pa. Thanks for coming on by. But then I ended up, because I think without that, I would probably still be working on the Abyss, but because I was a fair bit ahead in units for where I was expecting, I just went ahead and ended up going into the abyss with less resources than I wanted, because I figured the units would carry me through if need be, which ended up happening. So, because I think it was the path 5. So I did it. It was the 4th path I did, but it's the 5th path on the map. Like I screwed up on Massacre, and so it ended up costing me about. So the Massacre fight cost me 2,000 units itself. The path cost me just under 8, I think, but I figured the path should have cost around just a little less than 6. So without that screw up, yeah. But it's funny though, because I had taken a guess for each path prior to starting it on how much it would cost, and then compared it to what it actually did cost. So for the whole 5 paths, my guess was 119 units less than what it actually cost. So it worked out. I think overall the Abyss cost me 24,000 units. So. But I figure without the issue with Massacre, it would have been about 22,000. But to be honest though, when I started the path with Massacre, I don't know why. So I got to Gladiator Hulk, and that one was screwing me up too. Mainly because it was just like really unlucky with him proccing the regen. So like I was using Void, and he just wasn't proccing the regen, so Void wasn't really working out too well. And after that fight, I just really didn't feel into it. So I should have actually just backed out then, just quit after the Gladiator Hulk and just been like, you know what, I'll do it another day. But I decided to keep going. To be honest though, I think the Massacre fight is actually a lot of fun if you do it properly. So if you go in there with Corvus, or you go in with Aegon with a low combo, I think it's a lot of fun. The first time I ran it, I was starting to panic a bit because I didn't realize you could pretty much do it with anybody else for the most part. And Aegon's combo was too high going into it. How you doing, Gameland? Aegon's combo was too high going into it, so I was kind of worried about that and blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, and I did contemplate even at that point of backing out. But I was like, you know what, I'm about halfway through. I've got the unit, so I may as well just keep pushing through. So what are you up to, Gameland? Okay, yeah, so there we go. These are more reasonable matchups. Yeah, once we get to the Kang and Thanos teams, then we're back to what I would expect to see. Okay. DJ, how you doing? How goes it? Oh. So that little pause just now, that wasn't the stream, that was my game. I actually haven't seen that often. I've been seeing the crashes, but not the where the game itself is kind of glitchy. I haven't seen that too much recently. I can't complain. It's not bad now, but it was snowing outside a fair bit. But that has ended. It wasn't calling. Oh yeah, it was calling for snow today, but it wasn't a very high chance. But it's calling for snow on Wednesday, so we'll see if we get it on. Ooh, lordy, lordy! We'll see if we get it on Wednesday as well. Probably. Alright, have a good one, Osman. Thanks for coming on by. Ooh, this is gonna be a rough fight. Oy. This has just made it even rougher. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Not too bad. Alright, good to know, DJ. I actually didn't finish a round of Legends for the first time. I was farming potions with a 5-star killing drag. 3 and went on and won and I got yeah, there's been a couple times where I've done things where I'm like, you know, I'll just do a couple fights and then okay. Maybe a couple more than I expected. What am I thinking? Ah, okay, yeah. So how come you're not a fan, DJ? Let's go. Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't know if disagreeing with somebody is fine. I think it comes down to how you disagree. Like if you can, you know, respect that somebody thinks differently than you, and that whatever the topic is that you won't reach a middle ground, so be it, right? But if you look at that the person is a bad person because of them disagreeing with you, I don't know if that's a very effective way to argue. Yeah. So that's one thing I'm not too sure about why. Like, because there's quite a few people who, if you don't agree with them on their champion choices or their mastery setup, they're like, oh, you're doing it wrong. I'm not really sure why that is. Because I think you'd need to do what you want to do that works for you, right? Like, you shouldn't. So here, I'll show you something as an example. So I usually have 3 of 5 in Assassin, right? And like, so, you know, when you're showing your masteries or whatever, quite a few people have been like, oh, you only need 1 of 5. I'm like, fine, you know, that's fair. However, with where I've got all my masteries, my mastery points, the other 2 points, there's nowhere else I would put them, right? So I put them there. Now that being said, because I was talking about it with somebody, and they said the thing about the 1, so the next time I do respec, I am going to try it with just 1 of 5, especially considering that really, I don't need any, because most of my time is in arena, right? You're only really going to notice any difference with assassins for the long fights, right? For ROL, LOL, AOL, outside of, and maybe some Act 6 and probably Act 7 when it comes, right? Outside of that, it's not a huge thing. And then there's here, where I've seen quite a few people who are putting points into Perfect Block and then into Stand Your Ground. The thing with Stand Your Ground, now again, this I'm just trying out. Normally I don't have anything in Coagulate. The reason I don't have anything in Coagulate is most of the champions I'm using in, well, I don't do War anymore, so most of the champions I'm using for AQ are bleed immune, so it's irrelevant. And then I would have 3 of 3 willpower, but I'm just trying something else out there. But anyways, as far as the Stand Your Ground thing, the one thing I find a little bit odd, and again, it's fine for people to go and put the points there, but why I find it odd is that for the most part, you're not standing there blocking, waiting for the opponent to heavy you. Yes, you might bait a heavy. There is the odd time where, you know, you try to bait a heavy and you do get impacted by the heavy, right? So yes, Stand Your Ground will come in, has the potential to come into play there. One, it's not that often that scenario is going to happen. The only champion I can think of offhand, off the top of my head, that is a big benefit for is Mordo. Simply because you want to charge his heavy, right? To gain the Furies, and then also, I think it's point, whatever the time frame is, then he can block unblockable specials, right? But that's only if you're using him offensively. Defensively, I mean, if you're going to spec yourself for defense, you're going to have, max limber and so on and so forth. So in that case, how's it going, Ved? In that case, I could kind of see why you would want to put a lot of points in defense. But outside of there, I just don't think the points are worthwhile there. That all being said, two things. One, that's the approach I would take to somebody who's like, oh, I want points in stand your ground. What's going down, Glisser? Get to school. Go to school. Now. So that's basically what I would say to somebody who has points in stand your ground. And then secondly, like I said, for the assassins, I decided that the next time I respec, I am going to go 1 of 5 in assassins, just because of having discussed it, and it's why not try it, right? I don't know what I'm going to do with the other 2 points, but that's fine. I'll figure it out. No, I know you don't, Blizzard. I'm just bugging you, dude. Because it's Columbus Day, right? So what are you up to for the day without school? Without la class? Hey, do you think that Cosmic Ghost Rider is God or beyond God to your champ? I think he is the first good herald of Galactus. Yeah, I don't know anything about the Cosmic Ghost Rider, but we were talking about Arena earlier. I figure he's going to go... I figured he was going to go higher regardless than Red Guardian, but I think now that the Arena is back to what it was, so I think that's going to be a factor, but I think also he's just going to be more desired. To be honest though, the last little while I really haven't paid much attention to new champions. I mean, well, for a couple of reasons. One, okay, to have them because they're new, fine, but I don't have any specific need for a new champion currently. So that's a big part of why I haven't really been paying attention. But he looks quite cool, although most of the new ones recently do look cool. So yeah. So DJ, as far as like watching smaller channels as opposed to bigger, I don't really watch any. Like for the most part, if I have YouTube on, it's just to have noise in the background. So I watched a fair bit of Sergeant Bourne stream. Well, not watched, but it was on. Sergeant Bourne stream 2 days ago, and then BG stream yesterday. But the thing with the smaller channels, it's much easier to interact with the streamer, or even the chat, right? As opposed to the larger channels, just because there's so many people there. Level 55. Well, I mean, it's all dependent on who you got, what you need to do, and so on and so forth. But I don't think that like your summoner level dictates what you should have or where you should be, right? Because everybody is going to have a different pace, or so on and so forth. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. The one thing, so both the game and just in life in general, I think the only real comparison you can ever make is between where you are now and where you were, right? So where you were in the game 6 months ago, a year ago, whatever, whether it be in summoner level or the amount of champions or blah, 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 right? I think that's the true comparison. Corvus is a 6-star? Because as a 5-star, the T5CC wouldn't apply to him. That would only be applicable to the 6-star. That's cool. So there's two. So Rob Van Shu, I've heard the name. Oh, okay. I'm thinking A Rob. Never mind. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Rob Van Schu. I've heard the name though. Ah, okay. Yeah. 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 But you can accumulate a fair bit of T5 basic because you can get stuff from the Glory Store. You're getting stuff from the Event Quest. So there's places to pick it up. It might not be the quickest thing to pick up, but you'll get it eventually. Oh crap, have I been using 5 stars? No. No, okay. Yeah. You know, I don't know why, but every time I see Gamora, I figure she's immune to something. Okay. Good to have you back. Yeah, that's a good point, Ved. Have you been here before, Ved? I don't remember seeing your name before. Had you not been in Discord since that? Finish up in the Mephisto thing, right? Yeah, all of the variants in general are pretty decent reward-wise. Oh, this is going to be the interesting test right now. So previously, when I had this team, when I would use it, I'd end up getting not a deathmatch, but like an opponent that was much higher rated. So it'll be interesting to see right now what we get. Okay, yeah. So that's what I was. That's a pretty big range, eh? From 27 to 40? Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Well, let's go with the 27. Yeah, variant 5 is what V5 is. Second crash. Wow, 2 crashes in an hour. Oof. Ah, okay, okay. That's cool, but yeah, I think. Well, there's definitely been a few people that I've like right after that raid, and then I think a few others like yourself who, you know, a little bit after that have come to the channel. So that's cool. Name Solar Flare. I love finding how people come up with their name. Can someone explain? What do you mean V5? So variant 5 just means, or V5 just means variant 5. DJ for the name, when I was like 10 or 12, I wanted to be, or I thought I was going to be a computer hacker. And the internet was, oh Lord, it's going to make me seem really old. The internet was relatively new. And where I lived in northern Canada, and we only had satellite internet. There was no cable internet or anything like that. So being in a place where your communication is based on satellites, solar flares, like from the sun, will disrupt that, right? And so my idea was, okay, I was going to be solar flare because I was going to be a disruption to the internet. So that's where the name solar flare came from. And I never actually did any actual hacking. The only thing I ever did was hack a bank and just saw accounted for. I wasn't actually able to get any money. So my inspirations of being a disruptor didn't come to fruition. Okay. Yeah, that was the idea back then. That was many moons ago. A long time ago in a land far away. What's your username from, DJ? Are you a DJ? The galaxy far away. So how'd you get your username, DJ? So you're just creative in general then, eh? Like if you're doing the like graphic design, and then you have an interest in music, if you're a DJ. Makes sense. I mean, if you're creative in one area, why not in another, right? Yeah, Dragon Ball Z. Okay. Oh, it's Digby. I thought the I was a J. Okay. Wait, is it? D... Oh, it is. Okay, never mind. Oh, Lord, my eyesight is going down. The Hacksmith from YouTube. I don't think so. The name... I gotta do something with that glare. The name is familiar. It's okay, it means I've lived long enough to be old, so I'm okay with that. Wait, I'm not old. What are you talking about? Ooh. Oh, we're almost done here. We are almost done here. Okay. Old is 100 years plus. Yeah. You know, one of these days I want to try doing a long stream. I haven't been... So for the most part, I usually intend to go about an hour and a half. There's been a couple... Oh, you rhino you. There's been a couple times where I've gone about 2 to 3 hours, but I want to try doing one like for a while. Mr. Agent, how goes it? Spidey for call. Look at that, eh? Did he pay you? I'm surprised he's not in Ilac's stream. I'm doing alright, can't complain. What are you up to? Well, if Spidey was around, he could get on call, because I finally figured out how to get the Discord sound through the stream. So I actually did want to try that out, but no Spidey, so that can't happen. Okay, cool. I like the thing where she can like duck underneath the projectiles. That looks really cool. And if it's something, I mean, I guess it's on the heavy, so obviously you can only hold it for so long. But if it's something that can be timed well, I think that has a lot of potential. I'm pretty sure that's not why people want her, but I think that looks cool. Oh, right, I forgot that I'm no longer on even arena teams. Ugh, it's so annoying. So annoying. Yeah, Gameland, I am. Probably closer to the end before the crystals are done. So I did an opening of the 5-star features not too long ago, and I did it kind of like how BG does his, or I don't know if he's done it recently, but he had done it a few times, and I'd seen a couple others do it, where like they show the portrait of the champions they want, and then the portrait of the champions they don't want. So I want to do it like that. I recently did a video like that, and I quite liked it. But the next time I do it, I think I'm going to do it on stream. So yeah. But like I said, I'll wait until the end. So I think we've got about 20 more days, a little bit more than 20 days. So I got the sigil the other day. So I got it because it had the Platpool offer. And then eventually as Thronebreaker, there's supposed to be some extra stuff in there because of that. I figured it should show up within a month. So, okay. And then also to buy... speaking of which, I need to go grab one now. Also because of the featured 5 stars. To get it at a cheaper price than normal. I try to stream pretty much every day. The weekends aren't set in stone necessarily, but Monday through Friday, pretty much like... So the main reason I stream is because I find it makes me go through arena faster, or it makes it more bearable anyways. So when I have a lot of arena ahead of me, that's when I'll stream. So the weekends, so yesterday and then last weekend, I streamed actual game content, which I don't really like doing. That's not too bad. So I think I might try to do that either on Saturday or Sundays. And then, yeah. So Monday through Friday would be arena. One day on the weekend would probably be some kind of relevant content. I don't think I'm going to commit to doing event quest stuff, just because I prefer. Well, I will do it sometimes, like if I've done arena, and there's a few people around or shooting the shit or whatever, then I would. But I don't necessarily plan to. So. Yeah, my biggest thing is more so just to have a reliable schedule. So like I have in the description, like the Monday to Friday and the time. So, and I think because initially I had Saturday, Sunday, and I think it said something like, I can't remember what it said, but I think I ended up changing it to be, let me just see. I think I just changed it to like random times or something. No set schedule, yeah. So I probably would be here Saturday, Sunday, but I don't know when in particular. Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. So like, I mean, I still kind of watch people, sort of. But for the most part, when I was watching streamers, like I liked to know that, okay, they're going to be there at this time and so on and so forth. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. Well, if you were using a 3-star as well, Gameland, it's okay. If you were using a 5-star, I don't know if I'd want to admit that. Do you stream or do any videos, Agent? So this is why I don't like having uneven arena teams. Okay. Yeah, I've done a few videos. I actually quite enjoy making the videos. The crystal ones I like. I have fun with those. And then I did some for information I found useful for myself. I don't know if other people would, but I was like, you know, why not? So one of it was like a series I wanted to start doing in regards to some Abyss stuff. I got the first bit of it done and uploaded and whatnot, and I need to get back at continuing on with that, because even if it's not useful to people or whatever, because I started it, I want to finish it. So 4-star Nick. Well, I mean, yeah, if you're using a 4-star, it's somewhat acceptable losing to a 3-star. Somewhat. Not totally. So what kind of videos have you done, Agent? I would do videos, but then I don't think I would enjoy on my own that way. Do with group of fun. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, for me, the video stuff, I like it like this, the creativity, right? So I mean, if you've already established yourself doing graphic artwork, then kind of the same thing. How much of Act 6 do you still have to do, Agent? Alright, let's join a queue and get that nonsense underway. Underway. Okay, nice. Yeah, there's not too much appealing to Iron Patriot, both the way he looks and what he brings to the table. Yeah, he's just crap all around. So have you started the Abyss yet then, Agent? Did you get anything good for Act 6 Exploration? On Legendary and side quests. I don't think there are any. Well, I can't right now because I'm already in a quest, but I don't think. Because I think the rewards are just on the paths. I don't think there's any like completion exploration. Okay. So were you happy with what you got from Act 6 Exploration or Abyss completion? Or did you feel it wasn't worth the effort? Shadow T5CC got 2 Cosmic. Ooh. Okay, so you took Venom to R3. Yeah, I think the most confusing thing if you're a non-MCOC playing person is the acronyms for a lot of the stuff. Yeah, Venom's quite a bit of fun actually. I was finding him pretty useful for the bit of Variant 5 I've done. He took care of the Storm boss for Chapter 2 quite well. I was using him a fair bit yesterday for Cavalier, for the buffed up section. And then obviously if you're doing something where you got Spider versus champions, he's going to come in handy. And he's pretty good for Iron Man Infinity War too. Yeah, I took mine to R2, and when I did the Abyss Exploration, I duped Venom, and then I got a Cosmic T5CC. So I was thinking, okay, maybe Venom to rank 3. Then I got the Cosmic Awakening Gem, and then I got Corvus. So I was like, okay, well, Corvus is going to go to R3. But I think if not for Corvus, I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would have done Venom right away, but I would have definitely considered taking him to R3. Who is my favorite underrated champion? So I'm going to say Deadpool X-Force. The only reason being because I usually have him on the team with Nick. I have him as a 6-star. And I would actually like to dupe him as a 6-star. No, I think people realize her value. The issue with Morningstar, which people don't care for, is the ramp up. Because you've got to do 3 fights. So just her on her own, unawakened, you have to do 5 fights. But awakened and then with a synergy, you only need to do 3. But once she's at the 5 souls and awakened, she's pretty good. I have her as a 5-star, rank 4. if I were to get a rank 4 to 5 gem from wherever, I would take that's for Mystic. I would take her to rank 5. The only reason I don't want to use the resources to take her to rank 5 is simply because she's available as a 6-star. If I were to get her as a 6-star, even unduped, I would take her to R2. As it is currently, for the 6 stars I have, if I were to get a 6-star Mystic Awakening gem, I think Morningstar is the only one that I have currently that I would give it to. I would have to be 100% honest, I'd probably give it to her over Doom. The reason for that, though, is that I have Doom as a maxed 5-star. The Awaken ability is nice, not required. But I think it really benefits Morningstar to be awakened. So yeah. So she does the stun. So when she, I think it's when she's awakened, but when she has the opponent stunned, all of her hits are considered critical hits. So, and then with her L1, I don't know if it's her L2 as well, but her L1, she'll shock the opponent, and while the opponent is shocked, every hit afterward has a chance to stun the opponent. So she has potential to stun them quite a bit. When Freya's guidance and Mjolnir's power, Thor lets loose the Witch Smashes, dealing guaranteed critical hits and dealing 3/3/2 critical damage. Yeah. So yeah, that is her awaken ability. She's resistant to shock. So. Yeah, she's definitely not somebody I've used much or like as a go-to champion for anything, but you know, she could be used for stuff. Yeah. If the staggers just threw a heavy, so yeah. But yeah, I mean, so Rogue is actually somebody, I don't use her, but I think she was the only champion that I've ever gone for in the featured arena. I had her. She doesn't need to be duped, but it makes her a little bit better. So I did the featured arena for her. I think I put up like 32 million or something at the time. So, yeah. Well, we're up to an hour and a half, which is my normal time to stream. Now I usually go get something to eat and complain about arenas, and then come back and do more arenas. So for the most part, if I'm going to stream in the evenings, it's usually when the T4B or T1A arenas are running. So we're going to be on cooldown for that for a bit, so I won't be streaming in the evening. Most likely. Yeah, I don't think so. But, yeah. So that will be that for today. Gameland, good to see you. Agent, thanks for coming on by, chatting it up. Glisser, you made your appearance. Mr. Osmond, DJ. Who else did we have? Mr. Pa wanted to make his presence known. Yeah. So, thanks for coming on by, hanging out, keeping me company. Alright guys, have a good one. Catch you later. Oh, this is what I was also going to do. I almost forgot. Let's head on over to Monsieur Burkons with the hashtag Flare It Up and say hello. But yeah, have a good one.